Good morning. You are listening to Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachman Network. Our show is sponsored by Abels and Hyman. We taste better. So it's Erev Yom Kippur. Crazy time for all of us. So we're all getting ready and eating today because it's actually a mitzvah to eat extra today. So I will never turn down that opportunity to make extra mitzvahs by eating. So it's a great day for us all here. For those of you who don't know me, I am Naomi Nachman. I'm about all the food all the time. I love food. I love to shop for it, cook it, eat at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. My business is called the Aussie Gourmet, and anytime you don't feel like cooking, give me a call. I've been so busy cooking for Yontif and all the Tishrei, Chagim, and all the good stuff that's been going on. Tune in every week, and you can hear me every Friday morning or on the archives at nachumsegal.com or on your iPhone or on iTunes or on your Google Play at the Droid. I don't have a Droid, so I don't know too much about that. But you can hear us from the Nachum Segal Network app. But if you have some exciting food news, you can email me at naomi@nachumsegal.com. Easy to reach me. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and you can join my newsletter on my website. Again, theaussiegourmet.com. So it's very exciting. So drop me a line if you've cooked something or you've eaten at a restaurant. Go tell me what to eat because, you know, I'll totally follow you to try anything very exciting. I have a very exciting guest today. Speaking about restaurants, I've got the restaurant guy, Ilan Kornblum, here in the studio with Melinda Strauss. Going to clear my throat there. Melinda is the social media and marketing executive director for Ilan. We're giving you a big title there. And also a blogger from kitchen-tested.com. So stick around. We've got an amazing show, but stick around after our show. Charlie Harari, host of Book of Life, is going to do a special Erev Yom Kippur show for us to give us some chizuk, which we could all use, especially Erev Yom Kippur, and that show is going to be sponsored by Ohel. So stick around and listen to his show. We've had a really exciting few weeks. We had before Rosh Hashanah, we had some really wonderful guests, Naomi Ross and Jay Buxbaum, and we had the Connecticut barbecue team, and it was really wonderful. And of course, Seth Levitt, the sponsor from Abels and Hyman, the sponsor of our show. We had a great guest, though, who I just want to give him a shout out, Sol Teplitsky, because this week was coffee. We had International Coffee Day or Coffee Day on Monday. And if you want to have his amazing coffee, you can actually go for Sukkot. He'll deliver it to your house. Just go to pourncoffee.com, pourncoffee.com. And you can order info@pourandcoffee.com. You can write Naomi for our listeners into the code and you save $3 off your giant coffee. And I just thought I would mention that because his coffee has really been getting me through the last couple of weeks, all that cooking. So, go grab yourself a nice cup of joe. That's so American to say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, guys, I've just got an interview that I'd like to play. I was in Australia about 3 months ago. I can't believe time has gone by so fast. I went for a wedding, and while I was there, I took an interview with 3 amazing ladies from the Monday Morning Cooking Club cookbook, The Feast Goes On. It's actually their second book, but you're going to hear all about it in this interview now, and I'd like to play it, and we're going to have a giveaway of their cookbook. So if you want this Monday Morning Cooking Club cookbook, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Naomi@nachumsegal.com, and we will put you in to enter in the drawing for the amazing, gorgeous cookbook, and you're going to hear it all about it now. Let's roll that interview, ZK. I've always wanted to say that. Let's roll that. I guess now I'm a little homesick after hearing all the Australian accents on the video, on the interview. So thank you to the ladies for meeting with me once again. Now we're going to switch topics. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Segal Network. Our show is sponsored by Abels and Hyman. We taste better. Stick around. After Table for Two this week, we have Charlie Harari, host of the Book of Life, giving us a special edition for Erev Yom Kippur. So stick around and hear his show. It's sponsored by our friends at Ohel. So I guess I got a little bug in my throat today. So stick around and hear Charlie's amazing Yom Kippur, Erev Yom Kippur Chizuk. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Now it's your turn.
All right.
We got the rest of the hour to hang and chat and talk about all the yummy
Schmooze about restaurants.
Schmooze about restaurants because we love food, right? Alan, before we get too deeply involved, because Sukkot is literally next week, the first thing I want to hit off at is the restaurants of Sukkot. The restaurants of Sukkot. Which restaurants are open for Sukkot? There you go.
Okay, so...
A little tongue-tied today.
First, we can start with some of the restaurants that are open on Sukkot for Yom Tov.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Talia's is open, they're open all year round for Sukkot and Pesach.
And Shabbos?
For Shabbos, they are. They are open Friday night.
So you can actually, if you're in Manhattan, you want a little vacation with your husband, you do like a staycation in Manhattan, you go to a nearby hotel.
Absolutely.
You can have your Shabbos meals at Talia's.
Up the West Side, prepaid.
Nice.
Everything's included, and it's a very cool atmosphere, and a lot of young people and couples and middle age and single. So that's very cool. So they'll certainly have a sukkah and Sukkot.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a cute idea. I had no idea. So you're hearing that now on Table for Two. I can't call it breaking news, but...
And then there'll be, but again, just in terms of restaurants that have sukkahs, probably the Bentley's, I know is going to have a big one. Obviously, most of the Manhattan ones, Le Marais, I know you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan of Le Marais. Tzvi Nachman is a big fan of Le Marais. We actually go there every year for Sukkot, and we literally go at 4:30.
Right, which is a perfect time, by the way.
To go and grab our sukkah because, even though we're a family of all girls, Abba needs to eat in the sukkah. So we all have to eat in the sukkah. And we go at 4:45 and we start ordering a round of appetizers. So by the time he walks over at 5:30, we've had a little appetizer. Yeah. His main course is just placed in front of him as soon as he gets there. Everyone's happy.
It's like outdoor seating,
Right,
sidewalk cafe in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan. So that's very cool. So there'll be a lot of restaurants in Manhattan, Brooklyn, throughout the country. Certainly, I think if people, subscribe to our newsletter on our Facebook page, we can have a list of all the restaurants.
Oh, great. You'll be sending a newsletter out.
Yes, probably... I would say right before Yontif or the first day of Chol Moed, just that when people are going to be going out to eat. So certainly, look for that again on our Facebook page, on our website, in our newsletters. So make sure we'll give out the information.
Right, and on your app as well. I love your app. Your app saved me so much in the summer traveling around. I'm like, where can we go to eat?
Yeah, we're very happy with that. It's on all the platforms: Android, iPhone, Apple's, the Amazon store. So, and that's what we like about the app is it's not just a listing of address, phone number. It has pictures and menus and links to make a reservation. They can contact the restaurant. Obviously, you can search by location and find where they are. So it's very interactive. We're always adding more features, but it has something similar to what we've done with the website, where it really
more interactive.
Yeah, we want someone to kind of get an idea of what the restaurant is like, not just where they're located.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Alan, I want to wish you a big mazel tov. 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Maybe I should have headed that out with a cake. Melinda, we could have bought a cake.
I should have made a cake.
Oh, man.
What was
okay. Next time you guys are in the studio, we're having a cake. Because there's a whole year.
To the office if you want.
I can make a cake.
No, but then I won't be there.
Naomi,
we'll
I'll save you a slice. We live very close to each other.
That's true. Yeah, so really, mazel tov. 10 years of Great Kosher Restaurant Magazine. And, I contacted you to come on the show at this time because you had this big announcement you led up to on Facebook. I'm like, what's going to be with this big news coming? Stay tuned. And you announced.
So this is something that I wanted to do for, obviously for the 10 years, and I want to do something big. We've done Facebook contests and people have done that, and we can do, some silly, interesting stuff, but I want to do something big. So thinking of what can we do? And, Melinda's on our team now. By the way, and I have to thank you for making the shidduch.
I made that shidduch.
I think the last time we got together.
That's right.
In gourmet class.
I made a very quick, thing like, oh, I'm looking for someone, and Melinda called me and says, so that's very cool. So we're glad to have her on board. So she's helping us, but we're doing a Great Kosher Restaurants scavenger hunt.
I love that. That's
which is
so
going to
awesome.
have restaurants from all over the country participate.
So I have to go to these restaurants?
Well, okay. So what we like to do is have people in New York obviously visit the restaurant in New York. Then they're going to hand it off to their friends who live in California, who live in Chicago. So
like
it's
a challenge almost.
Yeah, there's going to be teams for it, which is really great. And you can add to your teams and it'll be a really fun opportunity to connect with people all over the country to solve. And it's not just going to be visiting restaurants. There's going to be different clues that you have to solve, maybe from Instagram or from Facebook.
And you put this idea, like all the clues together, or someone?
Yeah, we're
helps
doing
you?
it right now. In fact, I just emailed Melinda last night. I don't know if you got it at
I
midnight.
did get your email. I responded this morning.
At midnight, basically, okay, this is what we want to do, and we can share some ideas. We don't want to do anything specific in terms of restaurants, but we want people obviously we can do a picture with the owner, or get a video of them washing dishes at a restaurant. Something really cool. Something
My kids were once part of a shul video, and they had them working in the kitchens at Wachtov.
Okay.
Because I'm making a
That is
spoof
so
of me,
funny.
so
We have to figure out, because obviously with the health, code, we want to make sure that everything is up to speed. But certainly we're going to have people maybe do a blind taste test. And once they pass, they get a clue to the next, riddle where they have to go. So it's going to be teams. We're going to have people again answering trivia of, when this restaurant opened, and you can play from your phone, from your computer. So it'll be things that you can do from your home or office. But we want people to get out, visit restaurants, solve clues hidden. Maybe envelope under someone's seat. So it's going to be cool.
it's like camp,
Right.
It's fun.
It's like Color War.
It's color
Well,
war.
We're
I
really
love
excited
it.
about it. It's obviously the first year, so we're going to make sure it's going to be nice and simple, easy for people to use, and hopefully will be a yearly thing. And we want it to be maybe an international scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
where-
Sydney, Australia, watch out.
All right. And, again, nowadays with email and faxing and everything, social media, there's certainly ways that we can, people can text and say, okay, I'm here. Where's the clue? And they can maybe have a clue to the next restaurant. And so it's a lot of things that we want to do. So we're very, very excited about it.
And the restaurants are probably thrilled to
It'll
participate.
be, it'll be, obviously we want to give exposure to the restaurants, give exposure to what we're doing, bring up what we've done in the last 10 years. So we're going to be talking about our app, and we have our own credit card that we want to kind of people to know about. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be doing, but certainly people should subscribe to our Facebook page. You can just go to Facebook and just go to Great Kosher Restaurants Scavenger Hunt, or Great Kosher Restaurants International, our regular Facebook page. You'll find information. Subscribe to our newsletter. We'll be able to get all information about that, but it's going to be starting after the holidays.
Okay,
so after
great.
Sukkot, so you can sign up now where you're going to be on the list to get all the information. But certainly you can sign up after Sukkot, and as we go, you can sign up every week. It's going to be about a 3-week hunt. Race.
Okay, great.
So it's
when does it start?
So after the holidays,
Okay, after the
Sukkot,
holidays.
and
Okay.
very quickly we're going to, each week there's going to be tasks that people can do. They're going to be rankings, so there's going to be points for each task, and whoever has the most rankings for that week will get a prize.
I want to do this through Table for Two. I don't know how we have to figure this all out.
Yeah, we can do something where
if
they can
so-
call in,
Our
or
listeners can participate in this.
you can give a code on the show that people have to listen to, and they have to submit to us. So
I like that.
We'll
yeah,
get
we
you
got to
in,
think of
Naomi.
something.
We will.
No, I
love it.
want to spread the word. This
Sure.
is like
Yeah.
fabulous.
This is
I
very
love
cool.
this. It's
It's
a
going to be
great.
a lot of fun. And one thing that Elon didn't mention yet, but I'm sure he was about to, was prizes.
yes,
People are going to be winning.
That's why you are the
prizes.
marketing director.
that's what
The
people
best
are
part,
doing. That's
people
it.
love to win.
So
Oh, yeah.
what are they going to win?
Well, I mean, we have a whole bunch of things we're going to be giving away, but
thousands of dollars worth of gift certificates and prizes. So, and every week there's going to be, prizes for the weekly winners. There's going to be a grand prize at the very end for the team that, gets the most points and does it in the fastest time.
Fantastic. Okay,
It's
great.
going to be a lot of fun.
So, Melinda, let's just, talk to you for a couple of minutes. You've joined Elan's Team Elan.
Team
How do you like
I
it?
need a T-shirt.
Can I tell you
Team
something?
Elan.
I have to say, I'm a little privileged also to sometimes be part of Team Elan when we get to go out to eat. He'll say, Naomi, come to a restaurant and let's go to eat. And he sent me and Melinda. And let's just talk quickly about Waffleino.
Sure.
Elan and
Sure.
Melinda organised for me and Melinda a little bit before Rosh Hashanah. We went to Waffleino in Lawrence on Central Avenue. It was amazing.
Oh, it was so good. My favorite was definitely the panini.
The panini.
So how do they say? What do they call it again? They got
Panini Lino.
Panini.
Panini
Lino.
Lino.
It was
Yeah, 'cause
basically a panini
Waffleino-
waffle.
That
Right.
was so
It
good.
was a waffle panini.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a panini. Instead of bread, it was a waffle. It was.
Yeah.
We had
I'm still
avocado
dreaming
and
about it. I really am.
avocado and
Cool
cheese.
concept, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Now, when we drive home, we're going to stop past Central Avenue. It's a mitzvah to eat today.
It's true.
You
It's
know?
true. I'm okay with waffles. I'm in for that.
I love that. And there was all these mix and match waffles for dessert waffles. And
Oh man, that
red
was my
velvet,
favorite
I
part.
think they
We
have.
did get the red
yeah,
velvet,
that's pretty
and I
cool.
found out they do birthday parties, which I really want
Oh,
to do.
really?
My
For
daughter
kids?
just turned 4, but I want to do for
oh,
5.
that's cute.
Yeah, they get to choose their flavor, and then they do all their own decorations on top, and it's such a fun interactive birthday party.
So that
It's
was
cool.
that was a really great. I definitely wanted to mention that at the
Yes.
beginning of our interview that we went there together thanks to you.
Oh, my pleasure.
So I get to be a little bit of team
yeah,
alive.
everybody asked me, can I come with you onto the restaurant? So
Yeah, we always talk about me tagging along with
know,
you
I
one day,
know.
so I've been doing it a little bit more. So
Sure.
thank you. Okay, so Melinda is also, besides wearing 2 chef hats, she's done so much recently besides her amazing blog. She just appeared on Fox 5 News, presenting a brisket taco, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing. Like I pinned that, I did everything so I could make that hopefully for Sukkot next week.
Yeah, Elon made it actually.
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That looked amazing.
good.
Yeah.
And they found you because you posted this link and that kind of was Rosh Hashanah and
They were just Googling for different Rosh Hashanah links and recipes, and they found my blog, which is great to hear because that's what we want as bloggers. We want
Right.
to be found through Google. That's the best.
excellent, excellent. And so you have this amazing website, Kitchen Dash Tested, which we talk about all the time. People know that I
Thanks.
talk about you and all the other fabulous bloggers, but I talk about you a lot also because you have the amazing Kosher Food Bloggers Conference. So let's
Yes.
talk a little bit about that for a couple of minutes.
Sure. So the conference is coming up on November 10th. It's the day before Kosher Fest. I do that every year so that people coming in for Kosher Fest can also attend the conference. And it's a full day conference. And this is the 3rd year we're doing it, which is really
Yeah,
exciting.
it's
'cause
fabulous.
When you do the first year, you're wondering, is this going to happen again? And now we're in our 3rd year.
Right,
of the
Mazel
conference.
Tov on
It's
that.
amazing. Thank you.
I call
very
it the
much.
trifecta. The week of
Yes.
there's Kosher Bloggers, Kosher Feast with Esty Berkowitz and Roberta.
Sure.
And the third one is
Kosher
Kosher Fest, of course. Menachem Lubinsky will be our guest right after Sukkot, along with Ronnie
great.
Fine.
Yeah.
Very excited to have them in the studio. So tell us a little bit more about the bloggers and if you're thinking about blogging or getting involved in the kosher food,
Sure. It's interesting.
extravaganza that we have become.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's interesting because a lot of people who do come to the event, there are a lot of bloggers there. We do have some brands there as well because we don't just discuss blogging, we discuss social media, photography, PR, cookbook PR. So it's not just for bloggers. I think anybody interested in the food industry in general can come to the event. We also have some people who are just on Instagram. Instagram's become this, I sound like an old lady when I talk about it, but Instagram's become this incredible way of sharing your food without even having a blog.
Right.
So we're going to be discussing all the different social media aspects of that as well.
This was Social Fly, right?
Yes, Social Fly is going to be there.
So
Thank you,
excited.
Naomi, for your help with that.
I really wanted that because I don't really get Twitter that much.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have their
I
questions about
tweet,
social
but-
media, especially Facebook for me these days. It's so confusing.
Yeah, everything's changing all the time. So they're going to set us all straight.
Exactly. And we have a photographer coming in to discuss different aspects of photography, how to use your lighting and how to set up a shot, and he's going to make it interactive also, which is really great. So
Oh,
people
that's
can
great.
really see how he does it. And what else do we have? We have someone coming in to discuss public relations for cookbooks. And I think every blogger has this idea in their mind that they want to write a cookbook sometime in their life.
Oh,
So it's
right.
great to know
I say
about
that too.
Amazing how cookbooks have come such a long way.
And
Yeah.
I think I got to
It's
give a
amazing.
shout out to Susie Fishbein because I think she put the kosher cookbooks on the map.
Definitely.
She was number 1. And we have so many amazing cookbooks out there. Jamie Geller, Leah Shapira, Yotam Ottolenghi, who I heard is coming to New York.
Whoa.
Did you see that post by somebody posted? Maybe Liz,
Oh, no.
Kosher Like Me. She posted that Yotam Ottolenghi is going to be...
It's a cool, what's the name?
Yotam
What a cool name.
Ottolenghi. He's an
You say it very
Israeli.
well.
I
He's
love it.
Israeli.
Oh, that's awesome.
But he's originally famous, originally Italian. That's why Ottolenghi, and he lives in London, and he has a non-kosher chain of restaurants and delicatessens, takeouts, but all with Israeli cooking. It's actually not kosher, but his cookbooks are outstanding. They're like on the New York Times bestsellers, and so he's actually going to be in New York. 92nd Street Y. You can look that up if you want to hear him talk. But there's so many outrageous cookbooks out there.
and it's amazing because everybody has so many questions about them. Should I even write the cookbook? That's a question to begin with. So by having someone to come and discuss that, that's going to be really helpful.
You know, it's funny because people say to me, "You're going to write a cookbook." I'm like, "It's on my blog. Just take it for free." But
and it's a mix because a lot of the recipes that are in these cookbooks are not on our websites for bloggers who do write cookbooks. And they say that you can actually do, I think, a third of the cookbook can be recipes from your website, but I think the rest really should be original to make it special.
Exactly. Can I just make a public service announcement to all the people who use all the beautiful, amazing Facebook groups? And Melinda and I discussed this yesterday in a little group. If you are on a Facebook group and you have a great recipe and you are going to take a picture of the recipe from the cookbook and post
I
it,
know where you're going with this.
you're actually stealing from the author and the publishing company. At least have the courtesy to at least say who wrote the cookbook and give the credit to the recipe. If you're not going to say, you know, if you're going to post that picture, kind of like one of my recipes turned up in somebody's cookbook and I was so upset.
Wow.
They said, "Oh, we changed it." I'm like, someone gave it to me. I'm like, you know, when you write a recipe, it's your words, it's your measurements, you know. And it's your ideas. No, and when I tried Googling my recipe on other people on Google, like nothing came up, just this recipe. So I know it was mine. So you need to be considerate of, you know, the author who actually wrote the recipe. It's great that you're sharing it and you want other people to make your delicious recipe from the idea that you had to make this. It's a great idea. This is what I'm serving on Sukkot. But just give the author a mention.
You can even put a link to their website to buy the cookbook.
You know, that's a really nice idea. Then that might not be stealing. I don't know. But it really is. It's like taking a record, you know, and
I've
you
had
know,
that done
like
to
double
the
tape.
magazine. I've had other publications and basically just take a picture that, you know, we work so hard on, you know, waiting till 1 a.m. sometimes until the place is empty to take the right picture. And all of a sudden I see it in, you know, another publication or somewhere else. Certainly everyone works very hard, and all these authors from the cookbooks work hard, and it is a tough thing.
So please.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
just giving credit's a big deal because at the end of the day, we do want to share recipes, and a lot of these Facebook groups are just about sharing recipes.
Right.
So even you're going to share, you're going to take the picture, you're going to share the recipe, and that is, we do want our recipes to be shared, but just let us know who wrote it, what
please.
cookbook it came from, and that's the most that you can do probably.
Okay, so now we're going to get off our pedestal. I just felt that really needed to be
Lecture.
said.
Yeah.
I think that needed to be, I'm not, you know, it is, Erev Yom Kippur. But no,
Take it back.
Right. I kind of feel that really needed to be put out there. So we'll move on now. Let's actually move on to our What's for Dinner segment, because we've got, you know, a nice little stretch of Chagim coming up next week, and Gourmet Glut is the sponsor of our What's for Dinner segment. So I just want to do a recipe for ribs, because Melinda and I love to eat ribs, and I'm sure Ilan does too.
Who doesn't?
But we
Off the bone or on the bone?
Oh, on the bone.
Yeah.
Oh, yum. Finger looking good.
Yeah.
So here's our What's for Dinner segment, sponsored by our friends at Gourmet Glut. This is one of the easiest recipes. You take a whole bunch of ribs. I'm not really good at the weight of the meat, like, you know, 2 pounds, like a lot of meat. And the sauce cut does a lot in any case. So I would say 2 pounds of spare ribs. You can either do the large, or you can have them cut down a little bit into more delicate pieces. So you take a cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Make sure it's OU and not OU fish, because then it has less than a 60th of, you know, the batal bashishim, less than a 60th of fish, and that means you can use it with meat. I've had people call me up all the time. So OU, not OU fish. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 4 cloves of garlic. If you want, use more garlic. You know, the garlic will be up to you. I love garlic. I use 4. Sometimes I even use 8. Half a cup of water. I make that mixture on the bottom of my dish. I take a whole bunch of onions. I put them on the bottom. Then I place my meat on top. Then I pour this amazing sauce over it. I cover it tightly. 2 hours. Don't even think about taking it out of the oven before 2 hours. And then you can actually, once it's cooled, you can freeze it. You can make a batch for first days of Sukkot and second days for Sukkot. You know, we're so practical here at Table for Two. We try to think of everything. So there you go, a nice, easy ribs recipe, and it will be on my website, theaussiegourmet.com. So if you need to write it all down, it's right there for you on the website. So back to our conversation, guys. All right, so let's continue with food bloggers. So people are coming, people should sign up now. How do they sign up?
Sure. So if you just go to kosherfoodbloggers.com, right at the top is a registration form. And once you're on the website, there's actually, you can also go to the register section and register there. It's actually very easy. We just finished our early bird admission a couple days ago, but it's still very well priced. It's $45 for the event, and that's for the whole day, lunch included. We're even thinking about breakfast.
Who's doing
lunch?
Yeah, who's doing lunch?
Well, we are very lucky. Thank you, Elon, for your help with this. Elon, Great Kosher Restaurants, is going to be a sponsor of the event, as well as Petopia and Eden Walk. So we're going to have a really, really good lunch this year. Oh, yeah.
I'll be dieting a lot beforehand.
Yeah, we're going to keep it light because it is still lunch, but we're going to keep, we're going to do, I think we're going to do sandwiches and sushi, and we'll just, we'll have some fun with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be delicious. I'm excited. Okay. And we're possibly going to be having breakfast. I'm in discussions about that now. We'll make an announcement about that soon.
Oh, I'm excited. Well, I'll always be around to help you. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm expecting a little help from Naomi, actually.
Yeah, I think we're driving in together and we're spending a couple of days together.
A little kosher fest.
A little kosher fest.
Last year, sure.
Right, and kosher feast. We're so excited about kosher feast. We're going to try to get Esty Berkowitz down here for getting together. If people are interested, they can go to kosherfeast.com, I believe. And we'll try to get Esty to get you some more information for those of you who'd like to join us. And other food, I think food bloggers, who goes that? Food bloggers, people in the food business, writers, cookbook authors.
People who want to go into the...
Just people who love food. Are you coming? You joining us, Ilan, this year?
You know what? Every year, again...
You didn't go last year.
No, and because I have...
Because you were so busy.
I have a booth in Kosher Fest. So it's like the day before... is ridiculous. I'm bringing 1,000 magazines to the show, setting up my booth. But again, hopefully, because I am going through Manhattan, back home. So maybe I stop by. Maybe on the way there, on the way back. I should come.
No Kosher Feast is complete without you.
I'll be there to represent Great Kosher Restaurants.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
We'll be covered. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll eat 2 meals, one for Elon and one for me. Is that cool?
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Maybe the scavenger hunt will be. I think hopefully we're going to end it at Kosher Fest. We'll see the details, but
I got to get working on this. I got to get working on this.
Yeah.
I got to, get the family signed up.
We'll have a lunch and we'll go over it.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Great. So, Ilan, talk to me more about your restaurants and what you're up to now besides the scavenger hunt. What's the continuing? It's continually going.
Right.
In
so
your
it's
process?
amazing. Again,
what's on your table?
Melinda kind of sees a little bit of what we do behind the scenes, but it really is amazing what I find. Almost every day, there's a new restaurant that's either opening. That's
any breaking news that you can share? What's breaking news?
Everything is basically share on Facebook, so you really should go on Facebook to find out. But
what's about to go on Facebook that you haven't had time to post yet? You have to think off the top of your head here.
Again, it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But when it does, we'll put it on. But just this week, there's a couple of restaurants. Famous Pizza, by the way, it's been around for over 20 years. Is closing soon.
Where are they?
They're on Coney Island in Newkirk Avenue. It's been around for decades, and that was the sad thing. But that's kind of big news. So if you want to go last licks, you can go there. But in terms of it's a cycle. So you have restaurants closing and opening. I know you guys are in the 5 towns.
Yeah, we got something new.
Benny's Brick Oven.
Did you see the pictures that people posted before?
How busy they were on Saturday night.
On Saturday night, we just ate for 3 days.
Right.
I couldn't, and we just had shalashitas. Like, you eat shalashitas like 7:30. By 9 o'clock, people were lining up out the door.
People want to get out of the house. They just want to eat something different.
I never. People have heard of Benny's. Like, I hadn't heard of
so
it
Benny's is
I didn't grow up here.
In Brooklyn. They have 3 locations in Brooklyn.
Oh,
so this is their 4th. So they're really making a name for themselves.
Good for them. I'm dying to try them.
What else? Lamed Vav opened up in Great Neck this week. That's
36.
33.
30. Vav is 6.
Yeah, 36.
36. Yay! Go Mariah.
So
that's where I went to high school.
So that just opened up this week. It's a French restaurant in Great Neck. So that's very, very new.
Have you been there? Is it good?
I've been there before they opened. But they opened up this week. Okay. But I'm going to be, after the holidays, I'll go.
Yeah, and try to give, when you do go to a restaurant, let's talk about soft openings.
Sure.
If you're going a new restaurant, Melinda and I were talking about it on the way in, the first month, give them a break.
Yeah.
If you choose to go to a restaurant when they first open, you've got to go with patience and be kind. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's what we are as a people. We've got to try to, give someone
think a restaurant owes them, everything the first day they open. These guys work hard. They obviously want to put out the best product. And, so certainly absolutely great advice. Just be patient. They're figuring out their menu. You definitely should go, but you should try to give them a chance. A couple of weeks into it as well. See how they've done. So there's a lot of new restaurants coming up after the holidays because everyone's waiting till the holidays are over. There's a lot of restaurants opening up after the holidays.
I cannot wait. I heard Amsterdam Burger is opening up in the 5 towns.
That's right.
Yeah, my expat. Do you say that in America? An expat? An expat is an expatriate.
Right.
Martin Katz from Amsterdam Burger is an ex-Australian. Also, he's an ex-South African, but he's been in Australia over 20 years, and now he lives in New York, and he opened up with Mike Gershkowitz's Amsterdam Burger Company, and he's opening up in the 5 towns. So we're like counting down for that.
There's another. I don't know if you saw on Facebook, another Australian guy opening up in Crown Heights, Boof and Bun.
What?
Very excited to try that.
I did not hear that.
It's
Gourmet
like a burger.
burgers.
It's very similar to Amsterdam. It's
okay.
I think it's his first name.
Yeah. I did see
I don't know
that.
if you know him. Do you know everyone in Australia?
No.
I thought.
It's really small.
It's small,
Okay.
and I've also been
I
gone.
always love that. You know that guy in Brooklyn?
Yeah, no, I've been gone nearly 25 years. I'm actually more
he's
American.
opening up after the holidays.
And also Izzy's,
Izzy's
right?
Barbecue Addiction is opening up a smokehouse. Smokehouse, by the way, are huge now. Yes. It's amazing. Everyone is smoking and getting into that and barbecue.
Especially it's so good for winter because you think barbecue's summer, but we talk about hot smoked food in the middle of the winter on a cold night, and piece of meat.
And not everybody has a smoker in their house versus anybody can barbecue who has a barbecue, obviously.
It's a big difference, by the way. People
smoking is a big effort. It's funny. I have a smoker. I never use it.
So the guys say who barbecue like Mordechai Strix and all them, all those Ari, they say what we do is hamburgers and hot dogs on the barbecue. That's actually grilling. Right. There's a big difference between grilling and barbecuing.
Right. Yeah, and then these briskets for 18 hours, they're cooking unbelievable.
They're amazing. It's so good.
It's such a different flavor. First of all, after I think we went to the competition in Fairfield, you hang out there for a few hours. It's like you're engulfed.
I came home.
You smell like it when you leave.
It's a nice flavor. I don't know how these guys do it, especially their wives. When they come home,
straight into the shower.
But it's a great smell.
That was actually a really fun day, and thank God the weather was superb. Yeah. I know we've spoken about it, but we were there together, judging and eating and eating and eating. Well, after a while, it did taste a bit the same because your palate just gets burnt out.
It was fun. There's so many different things that are going on. What else is going on? My media director.
Oh no,
we're putting
pressure.
Nah. You got
2 minutes to
just stay
wind
tuned.
It down.
That's really the best advice, by the way. Stay tuned to our Facebook and our website, our blog. But there's always, obviously with holidays right after, there's going to be a big couple of months of just nonstop restaurants opening up.
Right, and just in general, so much going on with all the restaurants opening up, Kosher Fest, Kosher Feast, Kosher Food Bloggers. We got Thanksgiving coming up, Hanukkah's coming up. I know it's only Erev Yom Kippur, but like all that, it just goes. By the time Sukkot ends, the next thing you know, bam, it's Thanksgiving.
Hanukkah. I'm already thinking about latkes. Let me tell you.
Right, I know. I got my latke. My husband asked if we could have cheese latkes for after the fast. I have actually a great recipe. You can make it now. You can go onto my website or recipe blog, theaussiegourmet.com, and find ricotta cheese latkes. Which are absolutely amazing.
Yum.
Before the show winds down, I must give a shout out to a young man who recently this week competed at Tuesday night on Food Network cable television, like American cable television. He was on Chopped. I was like filling with nachas from this kid. I am going to come and get you. I want you on my show. Right, Eitan Bernath? I think I'm saying it right. Eitan, I'm going to come find you.
He wants to open up 2 restaurants.
Excellent.
So we'll see you in about 10 years.
I can't wait for you to announce it here on Table for Two, Season 13. Amen.
That'll be funny.
We'll all be in Israel, God willing. But yeah, so we would love to have Eitan on the show. So I'm going to track you down, Eitan, and bring you to our studio right here on the Lower East Side, because I think that we met. You did us so proud. You wore your yarmulke. You went in with confidence, and
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did a great job. And we're really, really proud of, that you made it as far as you did. I thought it was really just wonderful. So I just want to give everybody a Gemar Chatzima Tova. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to my
Thank you
guests
for
in
having
Australia. If you want the book, Naomi at nachumsiegel.com, and we'll announce the winner in a couple of weeks. Stay tuned for Charlie Harari. He's up next in a couple of minutes, host of The Book of Life. His show is going to be sponsored by Ohel. Our show, Table for Two, is sponsored by our amazing friends at Abels and Hyman. We taste better. So stick around. Have a great Shabbos. After Charlie, there will be music, sponsored by our friends at Kedem. Lots of friends that we've got today. Wishing everyone a Chag Sameach for upcoming Sukkot, a Shabbat Shalom, Gmar Chatzima Tova. And we'll see you right after the Sukkot season. Menachem Levinsky will be up next on Table for Two.